it's Miss Wilson. I am really excited to get to show you how I use Google Slides in the classroom. There are lots of different ways to use these activities using Google Slides, and so I'm excited to get to show you. You can make these activities from scratch. They are really fun once you get going and know the tools, or you can use templates that other teachers have made, which is great for, saving time as well. I'm going to go ahead and show you one way that I make an activity using Google Slides is using interactive task cards. So let me go ahead and show you that. I share these activities with my students. I share the Google Slide presentation, and then I teach my kids they have to hit present on the Google Slides presentation so that all the links will work. So on their iPad screen, they may see a screen like this, and there are all these characters. This is one that I made just using free clip art. They have all these characters, and this one doesn't have numbers. They just have a free choice of which one to click. So I'm going to click this fishy, and it takes the kids to a problem. And this could be, obviously I have a subtraction problem, but this could be any kind of problem that you want them to solve. If they get an answer wrong, like if they click 4, I put a slide here that lets them know that they got the wrong answer, but then I also include a link to try again, and then if they get the answer right, I like to put a GIF. So every time that they get a right answer, I like to have a slide with a GIF. That little detail makes all the difference. They love when they get a right answer and it shows them a GIF, whether it's like a cool GIF like this or a funny GIF. They go crazy, and it makes the activities really engaging because they are really ready to see what GIF is going to pop up next. So that's one way that I use Google Slide task cards. Another way that I use it is I might print out questions around the room or in the hallway. So when I do that, like for example, this pet shop activity, I had printed these questions in the hallway. I put them up all around the hallway. So when they go up to a question, so if they come up to this sheet right here and it has this cat, then on their Google Slide presentation, they would go, again, they would click present. But if they walk up to that question with the cat and the bow tie, then they would click on the cat and the bow tie. And that other question had asked them, let's see, what is the standard form of 400 plus 7 plus 10? So when they go to it, they have to answer that question. So if you see, the question is not on the slide. They had to find this question in the hallway. So again, when they click the wrong answer, takes them to a screen that tells them that they had the wrong answer, but then if they get the right answer, then it gives them a little GIF that shows them that they got the right answer. Again, these GIFs are the best part. They go crazy for them, and they are really excited to see what GIF's going to pop up once they get a correct answer. So now that you've seen a little sample of how they work, and I don't know if I showed you this part. Like every time they finish answering a question, when you click it, it goes back to the home screen. So let me show you how you can make one of these digital task card activities. I went ahead and added I started with a football template. So look, I made this already. You can make this by, this is how I did it. I found a background image of a football field and put it in the background, and then I added different mascots and flags for this football themed one. So for this one, if you notice, there is no background. I made the background transparent. A lot of you already know this tool, but on PowerPoint, you can actually remove the backgrounds to different images. So I just upload the image to PowerPoint to use this tool. If I double click the image, a tool will pop up on this top left that says remove background. Then I can use these tools to remove the background for me. This says areas to keep. If it's purple, it's going to delete it. So we want to mark all of the areas that we want it to keep. I went ahead and did this already. So what I do is you just control, click, and then save as picture to your downloads. Then once you have it in your downloads, you can just drag it up here and it has an invisible background, which is what we want. So if you see, I have all of these mascots and flags, a referee, and a football. I want every picture on this screen to represent a question so that when they go to click the flag or they go to click the mascot or football, it will take them to a question. So let me get started with this bulldog. I want to make it where, I'll go and delete that. I'll just show you how to make it. I want to make it where when they click the bulldog, it will take them to the question. So first, let me make my question. I went ahead and made a new slide, and you can make a new slide by clicking this plus button up here, or like copying and pasting like this, so that you don't have to redo the background every time. But I went ahead and did that same remove background tool with the football. I'm going to use the football as my answer choices. And again, you could have these questions around the room, or you could have these questions on the screen. So let me show you. I'm going to go ahead and insert a text box, which I can do up there. I don't know if you saw me do that. Insert text box. And then when I do that, I can ask my question. I'm just going to ask, what is the answer? Just as a sample question. Change the font, change the size. So now, obviously you could put whatever question you wanted to. So now I'm going to make my answer choices the footballs. Again, I'm going to hit copy and paste, which is Command C and then Command V to set up my footballs. These are going to be my answer choices. I'm going to add another text box. There's also a little image right here that can get you to a text box if you don't want to do the insert every time. I want to make these letters big so that they see it. Okay. And then I'm just going to copy and paste again. That way I don't have to keep changing the font and changing the size every time. It's done for me. And then I'll go back and change to B, C, and D. Okay, so I have ready, here's my question screen. That was pretty easy. So I want to make to where one of these footballs is the right answer, and then the other footballs are the wrong answer. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Let's make a wrong screen. You can use a GIF, or you can make it more boring, which you probably want a more boring one so that they're not excited to get the wrong answer screen. So I'll just put, uh-oh, that's not right. Make it big. Okay, so this is what they'll see. And again, I can center it, kind of like PowerPoint. So this is what they'll see if they get a question wrong. Now comes the best part, which is the GIFs. Again, they love the GIFs. It's really easy to save and upload GIFs to Google Slides. I just went on Google Images. I typed in Mississippi State Bulldog GIF, and this came up. So I saved it to my downloads, and then when I just drag it, it saves it as a GIF. It's really cool. So I'm going to make this really big, and you could add a text that says, way to go. In fact, I think I will do that. Way to go. You got it right. Okay. All right. So now they know they got this is what they'll see when they get the answer right. So now it's time to link all of these slides to the right slide. Let me show you how. I'm going to start at my home screen. So if you don't do this step, if you don't link your background image, then what's going to happen is when they click on the screen, it's just going to go to the next page. We don't want that because we want it to click like an interactive game. We don't want it to just, they click it and then it automatically go to the next slide. If I forgot to do this step, like if I click on the background, it would take it to the next one. Like, let me show you. on their iPad, if I click the background, it's going to take me to the bulldog. That may not be where they wanted to go. So we want to do this background step. Let me show you how. I'm going to insert a shape. I'm just going to choose a square or rectangle. Oh, I'm on the wrong side. I need to do this for my home page. I really need to do it to every page. Again, insert my shape, or I think there's another little template right here. Right here as well. But I'm going to cover the entire screen with this shape. Then I'm going to change the colors. See right here it says fill color and border color. I'm going to change both of these to transparent. Okay. Then I'm going to link this shape that is covering the whole screen. I'm going to link it to the slide that it's already on. So control and click. I'm going to hit link. There's an option to link an actual website, or I could link to slides in this presentation. So I'm going to click that option. And this is on slide 3, if you can see right here. So I'm going to link it to slide 3. Now look what happens when I hit present. I can click on anything on this screen and it's not going to change it to the next slide. That's what I want. So now that I have my background screen ready, I can go ahead and start linking the questions. So I've already have this bulldog question ready. So let me link a shape to the bulldog question. Again, I need to change the transparency color, and then I'm going to control, click, and link. So when the kids click the bulldog, I want them to go to the bulldog question. If I look on the side, I see the bulldog question is number 4. So when I click slides in the presentation, I'm going to link it to slide 4. Okay? Now let me link my answer choices. Again, I have got to remember to add my background image so that it doesn't accidentally take them to the next slide. Make it transparent. And then this is slide 4, so I'm going to link it to slide 4 so that no matter where they click, it's not going anywhere. Okay. Now, let me make my answer choice shapes. So one of these footballs is the right answer. I'm going to make A the right answer. So, let me change the color. And then I'm going to link it to, let me look, my right answer slide is slide 6. So let me edit that link. And I'm going to link it to slide 6. The rest of the football answers are going to be wrong. So I'm just going to copy and paste that shape, that invisible shape with the link. Now look, it does keep the link, but I can change that. I'll edit it and then link it to the wrong image, which is slide 5. And then I'll just copy and paste that shape. And look, I don't have to relink it because I copied and pasted it. And it kept the link, which is nice. So now when I click on all the footballs, slide 6 is the right slide, and then slide 5 is the wrong slide. So all of them are linking to slide 5 except for A, which I decided was my correct answer. So now, if they go to the wrong slide, I'm going to want them to try again. So this time when I make my shape, I'm just going to link it to slide 4. I'm going to want them to try again. So I'll link it to slide 4. Link slide 4. Okay? Now, if they get it right, they really don't have to go back to slide 4. They don't have to answer the question again. So for this link, and I'm just going to go ahead and copy and paste this whole background link so I don't have to change the color again. But I will have to change the link. So for this one, I'm going to want them to go to slide 3. Because if they get it right, then they can just move on to the next question. So let me test out everything and make sure that everything worked. I'm going to present it. So this is like what the kids would see on their iPads. If I click on the bulldog, it takes it to the bulldog question. If I click anywhere else, it's not going to move. Let's say the kid thinks the right answer is B. Uh-oh, that's not right. If I click it again, it takes it back to the original question. If they get it right, they get a GIF, and when they click anywhere else, it takes them back to the home screen. So I would just repeat that same process on each of these symbols and mascots so that I would have the full questions and they could just choose which questions they want to answer in what order. It is really fun for the kids, and once you get into a flow, these don't take that long to make. So let me show you another way that you can use these task cards. I've shown you the one way where you make all the slides. This is another way that you can use these Google Slide task cards, or really these aren't task cards, this is like a free choice board. So earlier I showed you how to link different slides in the presentation. You can also link websites. You can link these apps and websites so that you can do like a free choice enrichment or free choice activity time using Google Slides. So let me show you how I can do that. You know when you make a Kahoot, you have the game pin, you can also do the copy URL. Well, if I copy that URL, then when I go to my slide right here, when I link it, I can just link it to that website. And I still want it to say Kahoot. Oh wait, I don't have to. I think I missed the link. Let me try that again. So link, I'm going to paste that link. Yes. So now, when they click on that word Kahoot, they don't even have to type in the code. It just takes them straight to the Kahoot, which is really cool. You can do that with Nearpods and Epic Books, and pretty much any website or app that we use. You can link it inside the Google Docs. It takes a little bit more time, obviously, because you're having to link it, but it makes it engaging. It's more fun that way. And it gives them free choice, and especially like when you use characters that they like Pokemon or like a Roblox screen, they go crazy for it. They love doing stuff like this. It's a lot of fun for them. Let me show you just a couple other Google Slide activities that I've made. So I showed you the one. These are all templates that I have made. I made a lot of these over quarantine, back in March and April. These aren't the ones that have like all the interactive, like the football one. These would be used like for enrichment to link different things. I will share this entire document so that when you copy and paste, you can edit whatever you want, edit the links, you may want to take some of them off, it might be too much. But yeah, I made all of these, and they are great to use for enrichment or any other kind of free choice activity that you want them to do. Okay. One more that I made that I'll show you was a Monsters, Inc. one. They love these. These are actually numbered. You don't have to number them, but you can. So when they click it and they get answers wrong, they will... Oh, I forgot. I made this one to where if it was wrong, it's like locked and they can't move on to the next screen until they show me. This one might be a little bit better in a smaller group because you don't want all the kids flooding you with, hey, it says I'm wrong. That way it's a little bit of accountability. You can see, oh, hey, they got this wrong, so that I just click exit and have them try it again. And then if they get it right, of course, they get a GIF. I'm going to show you one more thing. I'm going to show you how I share these activities with my kids. They just have to download the Google Slides app on their iPad, and then they can just sign in using their Google, like signing into Canvas, or just like their email, their Clinton email. So what you have to do is you click share. And it's linked to Google, so all you have to do is, if you type in the student, it'll just add them like this. So you can just type in your students' names, and it'll pop up because if you're signed into your Clinton username on Google Slides, then it'll match like all of the Google students. So you could keep going and add all your students. And then one important note, just make sure that they are a viewer. You don't want them messing up all of your hard work. And then you can send it. And they're not going to get like an email or anything. Like they will just, when they open up Google Slides, it will be there for them that they have access to, and then they can click it. And then all of the links work and all of the activities will work as long as they are in present mode. You just have to teach them, okay, click present mode to start, and then you can get started with the activity. And it's a lot of fun. But yeah, that's all I have for you today. I hope that you learned something. If you have any questions, you can feel free to email me, or I guess you'll get to ask questions after this, watching this video on Zoom. But they're a lot of fun to make. Even if you don't want to make an entire interactive task card from scratch, you can still use these templates and just edit them to fit questions that you have. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Bye!